I think Trump was used. I think Putin found someone who was dumb enough to be in a relationship with him, and he exposed it. Watching this situation with Russia and Ukraine, and I hear some blame going along around, particularly Republican leaders, some Republican leaders, and particularly Trump, talking about that, if he was the president, this wouldn't have happened, and that, he's really good friends with Putin. And I thought that was an interesting and disgusting comment at the same time, because, he's blaming Biden, but it's not Biden. They're saying, well, because, Biden pulled out his other country, can't remember the country's name this time, but pulled out this other country, that was the issue that emboldened him. That's not why he's emboldened. He's emboldened because he had a relationship with Trump. He's emboldened because he sees the vulnerability of this country exposed under Trump, the division. Talking about this voter fraud. There's no voter fraud. I mentioned this before. There's no voter fraud. The only reason we're talking about voter fraud is because the election was lost, and they need a reason to go and suppress other votes in various areas so that they could win next time. That's why this is all about. But still, there's this division. People don't know this. They don't understand it. They either support it, whatever it is, but it's a strong division. Russia sees that. Putin sees that. So then you have this other division under Trump, when you had, did people get the shot? Did they not get the shot? We wasn't on the same page as Americans. We wasn't on the same page, and unfortunately, Trump got involved in a way that created this division. It didn't help our image. It looked like we were incompetent as a country under this leadership. That's why leadership is so important. Leadership, you're not in leadership for the sake of leadership. Leadership is so important. It keeps us together, it keeps us moving forward, and it protects us. Being under leadership under Trump made us vulnerable. Never in the history of this country did any president pursue any type of relationship with Putin and Russia over there. It didn't make sense. It's not a safe thing to do, not a smart thing to do. It goes against our allies. It just didn't make sense. But Trump was more than willing to do that, and did it. And then he says to this day, we're friends. We're friends. That exposes weakness within our country. It's like, why are you friends? I don't really believe they're friends. I believe Trump thinks they're friends. I believe Putin is using Trump. But even so, why are you friends? Supposedly friends. What's the relationship there? What is going on there? I think it's money. I think it's business. An ulterior motive. Something that a president shouldn't have with another leader, another country, because it puts us in the situation that we're in right now, which is we're all exposed. This leader's emboldened for some reason, and we're all exposed. It has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with this current administration. It's the prior administration. This was building up. I think Trump was used. I think Putin found someone who was dumb enough to be in a relationship with him, and he exposed it. He exposed it. He changed direction of our country. What we did, we had a relationship, a forced relationship with Russia and Putin under Trump. Forced. He saw the division in our country with the COVID and this false election fraud. When you do these kind of things, false election, talking about voter fraud, and you say it over and over again and you're lying about it, it creates division, because some people don't understand. They believe it. They don't understand it's about voter suppression. They believe it, but it's their division there. Putin had to love that type of division, and he's counting on it now. He's counting on it now, the division. Because now Trump said the other day that he supports what Russia did. He thinks they made the right decision. What is he talking about? Our president is Biden. Biden says this is not right. We're going to do sanctions. We're going to support. We're going to do these kind of things. That's who we follow. But Trump, on the other hand, makes his comment about Putin made the right decision. Where is that coming from? And based on what information does he have and makes the right decision? Favoritism because he thinks they're friends? Because maybe you're going to get some sort of business deals from him, or you're expecting something? Well, I mean, I don't understand this and what is coming out. That comment alone creates division. And then you have a couple people who are saying the same thing. They're following him. That creates division. That's just what Putin needs. Division. Because when it comes down to it, where we have to make a decision to do something as a country, whether we continue sanctions or, who knows, military. I'm not sure what capacity. We have to be on the same page as a country. We can't be fucking divided on that. We have a leader who guides us. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. It's not about that. We have a leader. This constant division over nothing, this is about Trump's ego. It's about him saving himself. And he's willing, or don't have the insight and perspective to understand that him as a previous leader affects everything in this country, if not the world. We're in the situation we're in right now because of Trump. Trump wants to bring Biden. It's not Biden. It's Trump. Trump had the relationship. Trump created this division to save himself. Trump lied about voter fraud to save himself. This is the price we pay when we put an incompetent leader into office. Leadership is about leadership and bringing us together and have a perspective and plan for our output and future. You don't act on a whim on leadership. I've heard him say that. I make decisions off the cuff. The leadership of the free world don't make decisions off the fucking cuff. Because this is the situation you find yourself. So recently I heard that Putin has done something with his nuclear weapons, positioned them or something. I'm not sure what that means. Not sure why he would do that. But it tells me that maybe he feels like he's in danger. Maybe what's going on within the Ukraine is not going the way he wants. Maybe he doesn't like the support worldwide that Ukraine is getting, and that the leaders in Ukraine are reaching to people worldwide for help, including the U.S. and others. And they're fighting back. They're making a stand. They are heroic. They are heroic. The way they're doing what they do to protect what they have is fucking beautiful. It's amazing. Those are true leaders. Those are true warriors. It's amazing. But Trump's still running his mouth about this whole thing. Blaming other people. Trying to put himself in the best light. If I was in office, this wouldn't happen. It's all fucking talk. Talk. Trump is becoming, I can't think of the word, what Trump is becoming. But the best description I get is that he's not mattering as much anymore. He's not mattering as much anymore. He's talking and talking, but he doesn't really matter as much anymore. I wish I could think of the word I could tell you right now, but I can't think of that word. And he's trying to matter. He's trying to speak out in public. And he's trying to matter, but he doesn't matter as much anymore. So his acts right now are acts of desperation. Desperation. But you can't underestimate him because he's still dangerous. He still was the ex-president. So he's dangerous. His voice still carries weight. So he's dangerous. He can still create division among some of us who believe him. He's dangerous. His ignorance is dangerous. His incompetency, being incompetent, is dangerous to us. His not knowing when to talk and when to shut up is dangerous to all of us. All of us. If Trump wants to blame somebody for the Russia situation, it's himself. That's all I got.